Welcome to Manga Experts. Today we are counting our top 10 picks for the manhwa with Murim world. If you like our video, please leave a like and comment your suggestions below. Without any further ado, let's get started. Lightning Degree. Ryu Yin lost his father to a disease when he was only 10 years old. With the skill he learned from his father, he could carve wood into wonderfully intricate sculptures. One day, after completing the sculptures of his parents, Ryu Yin was greeted by an elderly man who was impressed by his sculptures. The old man saw promise in Ryu Yin and asked him if he would like to become his disciple. As Ryu Yin had nowhere to go and wanted to make the most of his life, he accepted the old man's offer. This manhwa is super funny, and the master of the MC is a retard who even sells his student off to slavery on contract basis. It's a must-read, and it's one of my most favorite martial arts manhwa. Severed Head. The father of the main character runs an escort service. When he is on his way to meet his father-in-law, their caravan is attacked by two bandits who are brutal and strong. They start mercilessly killing everyone. The main character along with his sister somehow escapes from the massacre. Now the MC wants revenge on those bandit bastards. This manhwa is very raw. It shows the true nature of bandits and how they think of human life. This manhwa gets very dark, so it is not for people with a faint heart. But still, it is one of the most raw Murim experience you can ever get. Sword Sheath's Child. Bira is a kid who loves fishing, living and wandering in the wilderness with his dwarf grandfather. One day, his grandfather tells Bira to wait for him at the northern part of the forest and disappears. Bira waits for many years living in forest while befriending a family of bears and staying away from humans, just as his grandfather had warned him to do. By chance, he meets and saves Tanyu's life and later becomes friends with him. Upon hearing his friend going on a dangerous mission, Bira leaves the forest for the world outside to save his Tanyu. This is a super awesome manhwa with superb art, and the story is a bit different and unique, which can put some people off, but it's still a awesome martial arts manhwa. Shinsu Jail's Sword. Mu Sung, a young worker at a restaurant, dreams of winning the heart of Soyeon, the youngest daughter of a renowned family. He decides to become Shinsu Jail Blade, a term coined after a convicted swordsman who placed beauty above everything. By a chance of luck, Mu Sung gains a handbook written by a legendary master and receives an unknown power. This martial arts manhwa is heavily focused on the story and is very good. Escort Warrior. Main character is a retired Murim expert and is living his life away from other people. But one day he is visited by an old man who once saved his life. That old man is from a rich family whose all masters were killed by another family, and he wants to recruit main character for protection of his clan. So MC gets his weapons and gets ready to kick some ass. It's very good manhwa with a lot in-depth characterization. You can feel what main character feels, and interaction between characters feels kind of realistic. Fist Demon of Manhwa. Dam Ho, the sole survivor of a raid on his village, has a lame leg, the worst possible condition for a martial artist. Nonetheless, he refuses to stop training. Whilst everyone around him tells him he cannot become a martial artist, Dam Ho refuses to give up on his dream. Will he really be able to become the best martial artist? The pace of this manhwa is a bit slow, but it's still a good manhwa, where the MC is very weak and becomes overpowered through his hard work. Weak Teacher. The main character can't practice martial arts because his ki pattern is different from regular martial artists. He enrolls in a Murim academy where he becomes the student of one of the best Murim experts. This manhwa's story is quite good. The pacing is nice and slow, just perfect for this type of manhwa. The first few chapters are a bit slow, but the story becomes better and better with each passing chapter. The art at first looks childish, but later on, it grows on you, and the fight scenes are marvelous. If you like a weak to strong MC, then this is definitely for you. The Great Master. Some children are raised in the hands of Quack No. After establishing a disciple-master relationship, the children dream of their own future by practicing martial arts and walking on that path to become masters. In order to make a living, Quack No always had to leave his seat, and Yu, the eldest of the children, has to take care of the children. This manhwa is connected to Peerless Dad, which is one of my favorite martial arts manhwa. All characters of this manhwa are too cute for this world. The story is so well made that it touches all the strings of your heart. I highly recommend giving this a try. Infinite level up in Murim. Tang Yu Sung, a junior warrior with no talent or low level of training, died on the battlefield. But when he opened his eyes and thought what kind of underworld it was, he returned to his childhood past to change the future. This time he was reincarnated with the system. The system assigns missions to the MC and rewards him for doing those missions. In this life he is gonna use this system and rise to the top of the powerhouse pyramid. The art of this manhwa is a bit mediocre, but it still is solid martial arts manhwa with a system to spice things up. Memoir of the King of War. The sister of the main character was taken to be a princess against her will, an MC friend was killed, and he was left on the brink of death. That's when a strong deity found him and saved his life and trained him to be his disciple. Now the MC is the strongest being under heaven. It has some very super awesome action scenes, and this Murim manhwa is on the level of Legend of the Northern Blade and Mujang. MC starts off weak, but becomes stronger after first 10 chapters. Do you agree with our picks? Check out our other videos for more suggestions. And don't forget to give us a like before going. Until then, take care and we will see you in our next videos.